Have you ever heard of the phrase, jack of all trades, master of none? I'd seen it in a lot of different places, including a manga I was reading, Bakuman if you want to check it out. And I had typically seen this as a bad thing, but recently I had an epiphany, and it's all thanks to my team at work, and especially my boss Tim. This changed my outlook on what I had always prided myself on, but had started to doubt in my mind. So, if you're unfamiliar with the phrase, jack of all trades, master of none, here's basically what it means. If you're a jack of all trades, you can do a lot of different things. Maybe you play a sport, you have a good job, you like to read a certain genre of books, or maybe you like to read a lot of different kinds of books. You are basically pretty good at a lot of different things, but you might not be really good at one thing. Hence where the master of none part comes in. None your business! Sorry, I don't know, I just felt like doing that. Because you're not a master at something, then you might not be exceedingly good at it. I mean, I've definitely been thinking about this a lot, because you'll even see in my YouTube banner, I have jack of all trades, master of none yet. As in, maybe I'm pursuing to become a master. But is that the right thing? Am I doing the right thing? Are you doing the right thing? What is the right thing? Okay, in this video, stick with me until the very end, because I'm going to go deeper into this phrase, explain my doubts on the philosophy, and ultimately the moment that led to the epiphany, and like I said, it's all thanks to my boss, Tim. So jack of all trades, master of none, typically refers to somebody who knows a little about a lot, rather than a lot about a little. I always thought it was pretty cool because having a lot of diverse interests gives you a lot of different perspectives, and you can pretty much engage in any sort of conversation because you know just a little bit about a lot of things, and you can apply that into anything you want. Maybe you're like Troy Bolton from High School Musical and you're an athlete but you can sing. Or maybe you're a football fan but you also love movies. Basically along those lines. Me, I had always considered myself a jack of all trades, master of none, because I feel like I have a lot of diverse interests. I love playing sports. I love watching sports, like the Steelers. Even if you don't really like the Steelers, I mean, I love them. I love learning. I love taking a break from learning and playing something like Pokemon. I love traveling to Europe and Japan and the Middle East. I've had a lot of different jobs growing up. I enjoy so many different kinds of music. I love writing. I love watching different movies. I love so many different things. And as a result, I feel like I get along with a lot of different people. So all is good and well, right? Well, funny enough, in the manga that I was reading, one of the characters was painting jack of all trades, master of none as a bad thing. Basically, in the story called Bakuman, there are two characters who want to become the best manga artist and writer duo in all of Japan, but their biggest competitor worries that they're becoming a jack of all trades, master of none. And he's not saying that because he wants them to fail. In fact, he wants them to succeed just as much as them. It's kind of this invigorating sort of competition where to be the best, you have to beat the best, and that's what he's getting at there. And reading this, I actually started to question my thoughts on jack of all trades, because I'd always prided myself on having a lot of diverse interests, but because I'd never specialized in one, I feared that I was falling behind. For example, why hadn't I started making YouTube videos sooner? If I love music so much, why hadn't I taken music lessons growing up? If I'm passionate about screenwriting, how come I've only written a handful of pilots? If I'm passionate about learning languages and traveling, why do I only know a select few languages compared to my friends in Europe who know 5, 6, 7, 8? Not only is this on a career path, but think about sports and fitness too. I love playing tennis, but I also love playing volleyball, and I tried jiu-jitsu, and I'm getting into boxing. But I've noticed that if I want to get a lot stronger, I need to focus on lifting, which typically I do. But then, does my love of tennis get in the way because I tend to slim down when I play because of all the running and quick movements? As I graduate school and my friends are getting into specialized careers, maybe it's accounting, maybe it's sales, maybe it's insurance, something of that variety, I have to sit and wonder to myself, should I have specialized? Should I try and specialize right now? I mean, I'd always thought that jack of all trades, master of none was a good thing. I prided myself on having a lot of diverse interests and a lot of diverse talents, but I don't think I'm gonna become the best at anything anytime soon. And kind of just gave me this worry of, am I on the right path? And I think we can all relate to that in a way of, am I doing the right thing here? If you have that feeling, let me know in the comments below, because know that you're not alone in that feeling. But here's what it comes down to, and this is what my boss Tim helped me see. You see, I had had friends and teammates tell me that it's good to have a lot of different interests, and I had agreed with them, but something wasn't feeling right. But then Tim said to me at our office Christmas party, hold up, the phrase is incomplete. You see, how the phrase actually goes is, jack of all trades, master of none, though oftentimes better than master of one. Wow, that really opened up a lot for me. All the things I'm interested in will help me spearhead a lot of different projects and meet a lot of different people and do a lot of different things. There's no reason to doubt that. That's something that I should be embracing and you should be embracing in your life too. And it gives us, jack of all trades, a different perspective on life, a unique perspective that someone who is specialized in one thing just might not have. Now, I recognize that I'll definitely fall short in some conversations and some discussions in some fields. Knowing a little about a lot, I just won't know a lot about certain things. I typically, when it comes to politics or world news, I'll just ask my friends about what's going on because I don't really want to go super deep into what's going on. And if I feel I do, I do. But to me, I'll cross that bridge when I get there. And another thing that Tim said was that if you really need a specialist in something, you can outsource it. If you're familiar with Tim Ferriss and the 4-Hour Workweek, I know that he's a big advocate of outsourcing just to save you time and energy. Now, all this being said, I'm going to continue to get involved in different things that interest me. However, what I'm not saying is to keep hopping freely from one thing to the next without getting deeper in anything. At some point, you do need to get deeper. You do need to start to specialize in something. Nonetheless, I still think it is very beneficial to be involved in a lot of different things and have a lot of different interests that can come together to help you really get deeper into what you want to do. I'm very individualistic, but the sooner we view work and life as a collaboration rather than an individual journey, the better. So I love getting better at a lot of different things, and one thing I recently implemented is to become a morning person. It wasn't easy, but I'll show you how I did it in the video right here.